Hello, my perfect Pisces, and welcome to your weekly energy reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't checked out your love bonus or your moon reading, please do check those out. If you do enjoy this, however, please do like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because your May readings will be going up shortly. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on your weekly reading, shall we? All righty. One more shuffle here. All right, let's see what we've got here. And we don't do reversals on weekly. We just do those on monthly and love bonuses. So let's see what we got here for you. All righty. So we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? So I do feel like you're feeling like you are kind of in a good balanced position as far as finances. Maybe it's a situation where, it's not that you feel like you are specifically where you want to be, right? I don't really get the vibe that this is where you want to be. I feel like you're okay. You're able to keep balanced. You might be able to, help others in regard to, you're not on the low end. It's not like you couldn't afford to give some charitable things, what have you, just general as the card would imply. But I feel like for most of you, this is a situation where you don't, you are seeking something higher. You are looking for more. So you may have been recently, I feel like for some of you, you've been kind of seeking maybe some investments, maybe some higher callings at work. Maybe you've been applying for raises, promotions, bonuses, those kinds of things. And they may not have come through yet, but you are kind of putting feelers out. You may even be putting feelers out for totally different jobs. Like you're just not feeling like your employer or employment position is really going to do it for you because you have an ambition. I feel like I could just feel an ambition in this card for some reason. That is, you're balanced and you're fine, but that's not okay with you. For some of you, I just feel like there's something that you're wanting, something that you're needing. Maybe you want a house, maybe you want to buy something else, maybe you need a new car. It could be something like that. But for some reason, I just feel like there's something you're really needing, like you're wanting to take a vacation or you're needing to make a major purchase or wanting to make a major purchase. Maybe your family's growing and you need something, but for whatever reason, I feel like you're not okay with this. You're stable. Maybe you're like, okay, we can pay our bills, but I'm not okay with that. I want more. So I've really been reaching out, or maybe you're side hustling. But for whatever reason, I feel like this is just not okay with you right now. I don't know why. That's my intuition. Okay. So right here we have the King of Cups. Okay. So this is kind of, again, making me feel like you are putting out this energy. Okay. This King of Cups vibe. And I feel like this is like you are putting your feelers out. Again, I feel like you are trying to network, that you have that mentality that it's not what you know, but who you know. And so I feel like a lot of what you've been doing is networking. Maybe you're trying to start your own business and you're kind of putting feelers out to see, if there's even a potential client list or customer base or what have you out there for you. Or like maybe a second job, you're putting out feelers there to see what kind of second job, but you are really kind of taking control like a king. Because this isn't okay with you. I don't know why I get that feeling, but my intuition is just screaming that for some reason there's something major you want or need, a car, a house, maybe you got yourself into some debt, credit card debt. And while you're able to, make the payment every month, like a balanced payment, you're able to, make a payment, you're not able to pay it off and it's bothering you. And you want to just be able to make enough money to just pay it off and be debt free, something of that nature. But for whatever reason, you are driven right now. I just feel like you have this drive, this kingly, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to make connections. I'm going to talk to the big boss. I'm going to, I'm throwing out that kingly, cups type vibe where I'm making the connections. I'm making the contacts. I am reaching out on all platforms. I want to grow. I want to grow. That's how I feel. And I see it coming to fruition. You have the star card down here. So, I see that it's going to work out for you. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's definitely going to work out for you. So the opportunity is going to come in, whether it's like you starting your own business, whether it's a side hustle to get what you need, or whether it's, that you're wanting to invest in something, it's going to, pay off in the long run here or whatever. But I see that it's going to pay off, whatever it is you're doing. But I definitely feel like you are really driven. I'm just getting that sense. So let me see what your challenge card is going to be, because I really feel like the vibe is there that you guys are just driven for some reason. And I don't know if it's because you're wanting to retire early. I don't know if it's because you want to take a, super vacation. You are just like bucket list vacation that you're dying to take. I'm not really sure what it is, but there is some reason. And you guys certainly probably know that, but I can just see that you are super driven to, come up into some financial ranks here, hit something here. So let me see what we've got as your challenge card here. All right. So the 9 of Swords. Okay. So this could be twofold. Okay. I'm kind of getting the vibe. One, you have a tendency to stress. I feel like in general, for some of you, you just have the tendency to be anxious, stress if things aren't working out quickly enough for you or the way you want it to. Especially since you are so driven. I'm getting that vibe. That vibe is so overwhelming to me right now. That because you're so driven, I feel like if it's just not coming as fast as you need it to, or the way you want it to, or the connections aren't falling together, or, the new position's not falling together, or the customer base, or whatever it is that you're putting out there is not happening as fast as you want it to, you are really stressing it. Okay. But the second thing could be that if this is something where, you're needing the money because not necessarily because you can't make the bills or pay the rent or whatever, but maybe you had gotten yourself into a position where, you're fine paying your credit card every month, but you're a person who is a worrier, or you like to be, 800 credit score, no debt whatsoever. That's not who you are, but because of some unforeseen circumstances you recently had, or you weren't able to work, or you had things that came up unexpectedly or whatever, and it's kind of put you in a position where you've had to, kind of be taken aback a little bit. It's stressed you out. Okay. And that stress has really kind of come in the way, and that's what's really causing you to have this drive. So that's really putting pressure on you. And so the stress of the bill is causing added stress of making you have this drive. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You're stressed because you've got money stress to make money to deal with your stress. And this could be too, with this being a charitable card, you may have gotten to some debt for someone else, or you may need money for someone else. That may be something too. And you're stressed about that. So there may be somebody in your family that you really care about, someone that you love. That may be why this is so stressful to you and so pressing to you, is because you're fine financially, but you have kids or family members of some sort, or best friends of some sort, that are really needing some funds for something, whether it be, they're going to lose their house, they need money for a surgery, something of that nature, something major. And so you're trying your best to get the money for them. And so that's what's stressing you out. Okay. And you're driven to get it through connections. Maybe you're trying to do drives for them. Maybe you're trying to do charitable things for them. Maybe you're trying to get some extra money by working for them, whatever it is. But this could be, up here, you're trying to balance things out because you can't finance it all for them. You're fine, like I said, but you're trying to be charitable to that person. So you're trying to get money for somebody else. And that can very much be what's happening here. And that is adding a lot of stress to you because you really want to help this person. You really want to, this is important. This could be something very important, like lose their house, or like medical situation, something very important, and they really need the money, and you're really stressed about trying to get it for them. So I can see that. But, I think that you don't need to worry about it, because I do see that you are going to get that money. and they are going to get what they need if that's the case. And if it's for you, I feel like you are going to get what you need. Whatever it is, it's going to come out to a good, positive situation here. But I can definitely see there's some stress involved with that. But I think anytime there's money situation, there's always some sort of stress. So, but I would try to just warn or, you know, kind of advise, don't try to stress too much because, again, well, we've got a jumper here, so we'll use it. Okay, material and spiritual prosperity. All right, so I do think Spirit's telling you the exact same thing that I was getting ready to say. I see that you are going to have a positive outcome. So I do feel like don't stress too much because that's just going to, you know, it's really just going to be for nothing because ultimately you're going to have that material and spiritual prosperity. And I do feel like that. I feel like, you know, that's going to come when you start kind of trying to put things in order. And again, I just, you know, this may be something for somebody else and that's why you're stressed about it. You're trying to help them. So you're really concerned about making it for somebody else who needs it in a serious manner. Or it could be, again, it's something that's just stressful to you because you want something or you need something, or you maybe got yourself into a position because you weren't able to, maybe you had some illness and couldn't work and got yourself in a position. And even though you're fine, for you on your, you know, what you consider fine, you know, is having no debt would be fine for you. And so any debt to you is stressful. But again, I think everything's going to work out just fine, material and spiritual prosperity. You know, so I don't think that's a problem. I think you'll be fine. So let's see what this is the moon deck. Let's see what it has to say about your King of Cups and your Nine of Swords here. Hopefully it'll shed some light on that. Ooh. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, growth. Okay. So again, I do feel like whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whatever it is, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else, I do see that it is something that, you know, you're stressed about, but I do feel like you are going to be able to make the connections. You're growing into this kingly type of figure by, you know, going through the motions, doing this. You are going to be prosperous. So I think this is going to be a situation of growth, but also by being able to overcome this stress, by handling this stress and ultimately coming out on top successfully, I think that's going to be a personal growth for you. I feel like you're going to kind of learn, you know, what you're made of, to be honest with you, kind of that you can do what you need to when it matters, when you're stressed, when your back's against the wall, you know, if it's for yourself, when you feel like you're struggling, you can, even if you're not really struggling, you know, on a regular level, maybe to you, you are, or whatever, you know, or when people are counting on you or you need, you know, you really feel like somebody needs your help, you know, I feel like you're going to be able to overcome this. And I think that's going to be a huge personal growth for you. Okay. I feel like this is what that's all about, is that you are really going to be able to, you know, be counted on. You know, you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you set your mind out to be there for yourself or anybody else for that matter. And that you're going to be able to overcome any stresses. So that's a big personal growth for you. So let's see what your final card here is on this star, because I really do see you coming out as the star here. I do feel like you're going to be able to help whomever, even if it's yourself, your family, or others, to get where they need to go on this. I do see star card, material and spiritual prosperity. And throughout this, I do feel like you are going to, you know, have some growth, you know, emotional well-being type of growth. So let's see what your final card here is. All righty. You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? And again, I think that's what this is about. Again, I do feel like that's going to be growth, is that you can celebrate the victory, not in the fact that, oh, hey, I've got some money. Hey, I did whatever. I don't feel like that's the growth that we're talking about here. I feel like you're going to be able to celebrate the joy of either being able to accomplish a goal that you set out to accomplish despite your stress and anxiety and sleepless nights, you know. And if it's to help somebody else, well, even more so, you're going to be able to find joy in being able to help somebody else. And if it's to kind of, you know, put yourself in a position back where you are, you know, feeling like you're debt free or whatever it is that you consider back to a good place, I feel like you're going to be able to find such joy in that, that you feel like, okay, I was able to bring myself out of a hole. When my back was against the wall, I was able to fight through it. And I know what I'm made of now, you know? And again, if it's something that you're really helping somebody for something of utmost importance, like they're risking losing their home, or it's a medical situation or something like that they need funds for or whatever, and you are able to help that, well, I think you're going to grow so much as a person, you know, through the charitable situation, that the spiritual prosperity alone is going to be huge. So I think that's going to be like an actual victory you can celebrate with somebody and really feel like you've made a huge growth as a person. So I do think for whatever you are driven for, and I definitely have felt drive since jump on this, whatever it is you're driven to accomplish, I feel like it's a, you know, in a financial sense, I do think you're going to be very successful. And I do think you're going to actually get more, you know, out of it than just abundance, okay, than just funds. You're going to get, you know, mental, spiritual, and joy, you know, growth out of it. So anyway, I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you back for your May reading. So don't forget to hit that notification bell. Bye.